Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, Geschützwagen Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. Located on the south spawn of Mines, this one is under the command of talon1958, and he's in the Olymp clan. Yes, he's recently joined them, and they've got a rather famous founder. Yes, a gentleman called Oxidor who streams on Twitch TV, and we follow on What Arty Noobs quite well because he's got 3 marked Arties. This is the first replay that Talon sent in for this week's competition with Angelina. Talon won the competition last week. He managed to get a really good replay in at the end to beat Angelina. Now he's using the GW. And oh, look at this number of enemy tanks made their way into the castle. Well, he managed to get some splash on a T-71 CMCD, but the enemy got hold of the hill before he was able to do anything about it. Now he's got a 15cm howitzer capable of 600 alpha, and he'll also penetrate 39mm of armor with a 7.2 meters burst radius. Oh, he's got his first kill, and it was the enemy Arty. He was obviously AFK because he was still at the start point, the spawn point. It's a tier 8 game with tier 7 tanks in it, and of course he's just taken out one of his opposite number. There is another enemy Arty in the game. That happens to be an S51. Rounds out. Another direct hit, this time on a Bisonte, hit the frontal armor, so he only got 52 hit points off that one. Well, that early spot actually was courtesy of a Wizzy131 on his team, who unfortunately has now died, got taken out by the S51, funnily enough. So I think he was getting revenge for the fact that his platoon mate, or teammate rather, not platoon mate, went down. Talon's trying to get a line up on the enemy. There is a Lynx behind that wall. Oh, got some stun on him. Now we're just being cautious at this moment to relocate after every shot because we don't know what that S51's going to do. Okay, we've got a Lurther, the alternative tank that would have been built if they hadn't gone down the mouse line. T69 backing up, rounds out, lands behind him, and he picks up 201. Of course, the rear end of a T69 is vulnerable, much thinner armor. The Bisonte is still there at the entrance to the hill. A large number of enemy tanks preventing our guys going up the east side of the map. Well, that was very close to where the AMX 1375 was last seen. So he may have done some slight damage there, and he's relocated again to avoid counter battery. Yes, number of enemy tanks all lined up to get hit. Very silly. Rounds out. Another direct hit, this time on the Chi-2. 197 on that one, so he's racking up the damage. Standard reload for this Arty with the top gun is 25.89 seconds. Talon's got it down to about 20 if I'm correct. 20.97. Rounds out the Bisonte. Direct hit, right on the money. In fact, it looked to me like aiming at the bottom of the tank actually helped the shell go directly on top of the tank. So he must have got a shell that was actually going long and ended up hitting the target square on. Okay, there's the Chi-2. Okay, he's loaded. It's got a red line. That means the castle was in the way. He thinks that the enemy Arty might be in that little area there. Rounds out. Well, if he wasn't counter-batterying before, he will probably be now after receiving that round. We can't be certain that he's there, but I think it's very likely because the Wizzy131 wasn't taken out from the corner. He was obviously taken out from a lot closer. Okay, he's backed up into a position where he can get a shot. Got a Bisonte close to the edge of the cliff. In fact, our setters managed to get all the way up the other side of the map, and now we've got a King Tiger captured and the Chi-2. Well, that landed near the Chi-2 to get some stun. The setter ought to be careful, because if he's not careful, he might actually get a confrontation with that King Tiger captured. Okay, there's the Bisonte, just behind the cliff edge there at the south end of the castle. The AT-15A premium British tank destroyers sitting on that corner. We've got a red line from that rock, which means we'd have difficulty trying to hit him, but he's going to have a go anyway, and it hits the rock. We heard a rumble there. Was that enemy Arty? I don't think it was, but you've got to be cautious just in case the enemy Arty does fire in your direction. He is correct. The enemy Arty is there, and he just got spotted by the setter, and he knows now he's been seen, so he's moving to try and protect himself. Rounds out. This could be a kill shot. Well, it was a direct hit, but it didn't kill him. So that S51 is badly damaged. We're 5 up on the enemy now. That Bisonte's gone very defensive, and he's got his rear to us, which makes him a perfect kill shot. If we can get one round in, he should be able to kill him with one. Yes, he does. That's the second kill now for Talon. Changing position to avoid counter battery. I'm sure that S51 has a very good reason to try counter battery now. The AT-15 is gone. We're now trying to launch a shell into that corner, see if we can take out the S-51. Lines it up. No, decided not to shoot. There's the Borsig. Okay, can definitely have a go at the Borsig. Looks like our fellow Arty did. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately, target goes down just after we fire. So we won't get any joy from that at all. There's only one enemy left. It's the S-51. We know where he is. And I think Talon's decided, yeah, his teammates are going to get there before he's reloaded. But he might have a go anyway. Rounds out. Yes, his teammates got there, but the shell was a direct hit anyway. And it's game over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a third-class tanker for talon1958 in the GW Panther. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 9 in total, and his win rate from that game was 1,593, but sadly he didn't get any medals because he got kills instead of medals, actually, unfortunately, so he was denied a Confederate. And he said that was a fast one. Well, 6 minutes and 48 seconds was the time. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get a huge amount of damage, but his team did on the whole. So it looks like he had a very good team. The top scorer in this game turned out to be the Borsig on the enemy team. Got a high caliber for 3,354 hit points of damage. Second highest damage was the UDES-1455 with 2,675. And the third highest damage was that Bisonte C-45 right up on the castle edge at the south side. Yes, he was shooting our teammates and getting 1,876 hit points. Talon got 1,177, which puts him further down the table. When it came to kills, though, he's actually in joint second place because the top scorers were the UDES-1455 with 3 kills, the VK-3002D, who got a Leather Slayer's medal, so he obviously killed higher tier opponents than himself, and the M41 Bulldog on the enemy team, so they all got 3. 2 kills went to the SMV CC67 on Talon's team, and of course Talon himself both got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, he's again further down the table with only 648, the high scorer being the E25 with 903 and the UDES-1455 with 853. He fired 15 rounds in that game. That's a good amount of output. 6 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 15 splash. Damage of 1,177, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 86 hit points of stun assist of 13 stuns. So not much on the stun assist, and that's why it's only a third-class tanker. He earned a profit of 97,233 credits, but that's actually by virtue of him getting a mission completion for 90,000 credits. So technically, without that mission completion, he would have only had 7,233 credits profit. But it is a profit nonetheless. 1,944 XP as well, so it was a good day, and it was a fast battle, and it set the first score with a third class and a bruiser. So Angelina's got to try and beat that score in order to take the lead. So, yes, Angelina sent in a replay. So let's have a look at that game. The second replay features Angelina75 in the 212A. Tier 9, the Soviet SPG, with the 203mm main howitzer, the B4 howitzer. It's capable of doing 900 output, penetrating 52mm of armor, and the standard reload is 37.39 seconds, but Angelina has got that down to 30.11. Okay, she's not going to go the full way round. She's actually being crafty here. She's positioning herself in such a way she can get damage on the enemy tanks headed towards the heavy alley, but also so she can shoot at the hill. Rounds out. Oh, beautiful direct hit right on the Minotauro. He's not going to like that. Now, he might think that that shell came from the gap round the corner. And although it appears that Angelina's going round there at the moment, the Badger seems to be AFK, Angelina's being very, very cautious to move about to avoid counter battery. I've heard that apparently on the NA server there is a lot of counter battery. I haven't experienced it myself, but I've heard that it is true. Okay, T-54E1, she's dialing in. She's lined up, ready to go. Rounds out. Well, he moved back just at the right moment, because otherwise he would have got hit by that shell. He went straight to the aim point, and you can see Angelina's moving about very nicely, choosing different firing positions. Generally, I use the period when we are actually reloading to find a new spot to fire from, unless of course I know that the firing position does have very good properties. In other words, that you can get great angles on the enemy from a particular direction. Now, not so good that she knocked those trees though, because that might give the enemy an Arty a clue as to where she is. But okay, she's looking over on the other side of the hill, but from this position she can hit that T-22 medium. Lining him up, working it out. Rounds out. Just missed him. Just missed him. It's a very good shot. And it was a good job she did choose to move in this direction rather than stay over in the southwest corner, because the enemy's actually made it through the heavy tank alley and they are now coming out the other side. So if she had been over there, she probably would have been badly damaged. She's aiming for a Viz-55 that's hiding in the mining yard. She can't see him. Our Hori 3 is... Oh, there he is. He's been spotted. Now, she can put around into him now. Fully dialed in. Rounds out. Direct hit. 245. And she got stun assist. Masses of stun assist there. That's really going to help her. 1,281 of stun assist. That was a very, very worthwhile shot. Angelina doesn't have much in the way of actual damage at the moment, but she has miles more stun assist than Talon did. So she picked the right target to have a go at. Okay, she's still lined up on that general area. There was a 60 TP seen in that corner. A standard B's been seen down in the river. Looks like he's going to back up through that area. Lined it up, rounds out, looks good. It is good. 343 from a splash. There's the 60 TP. Okay, we've got one of those Minotauro trying to make their way all the way down the south end. You must think there's an Arty down there, because after all he got hit by one, but no, the Arty's over here, mate. There's only one Arty on either side in this game. Our opposite number is a batch at 155.55. The mouse is encountering the TNH, but it's a very difficult shot for us to get a... In fact, I don't think we can get a shot on that TNH. We can certainly hit that Viz-55 though as he's retreating. He's pulling back. In fact, he's going around the corner. Rounds out. Looks good. Oh, went a bit long. Well, the enemy's fallen at the base of the hill, and our team are now flooding through the enemy rear. All directions, so we're going to try and get a shot in this Leopard 1 who's defending their rear. I think that's... Oh no, the Viz-51 went to the heavy tank alley after his teammates got wiped out. Okay, so we're looking to put a shell into the leopard. Line up. He's turned around. Rounds out. Oh, no, it's going to miss. Okay, the 60 TP's also found himself in a position where he's now facing 2 enemy tanks at the same time. Out of 3 enemy tanks at the same time, there's a Heshbarn up there as well. And there's only 3 enemies left. There's the leopard. Angelina's not going to get many more shots because there's not many enemy left, but she can definitely hit this guy. That's the enemy Arty. Rounds out. Oh, he must know that he's about to get nuked. Yes, that's a one-shot kill. So Angelina has a kill at last in the game, but I think she's not going to get any more because there's only 1 enemy left, and that's the leopard, and he's badly damaged. He's attacking a conqueror who's going to wipe him out, and that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a third-class tanker for Angelina75 in the 212A. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 5 exactly. And her win rate from that game was 1,399. Sadly, that's not enough to beat Talon. He had 1,593. So actually, Talon's still in the lead on this after this game. Let's have a look at the rest of the results. Well, we can see that Angelina managed 1,417 hit points of damage. The high caliber on this one, in fact, actually it wasn't a high caliber, it was Confederate, went to the Object 907. 3,678 hit points of damage went to him. 3,199 went to a Hori 3, and 3,073 went to the Conqueror. The highest the enemy managed to get was their Leopard, got 2,963 hit points. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the Hori 3 with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Conqueror, the UDES, and the Object 777 version 2. Angelina only got the 1 kill out of that game, but it was the enemy Arty. And when it came to base XP, it was the Conqueror who came out on top with 1,222, so he did most of the heavy lifting. 865 went to the Object 777 version 2, and 856 went to the Hori 3, and Angelina only got 748. She fired 8 rounds, so not a full game. Didn't last that long. 5 minutes, only 50 seconds, so it was fairly quick. 3 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. That would have been the enemy Arty right at the end. We can just confirm that to be certain. Yes, it is. She went straight through him with a 203mm shell. The armor's not going to protect you from that. 5 splash. Damage 1,417 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She damaged 6 and killed 1, so sadly, killing the Batchat 155-55, although it gave her 440 hit points of damage and a 1-shot kill, it also deprived her of a Confederate, because if she had actually killed that, if she hadn't have killed the Batchat and just wounded him, then she would have ended up with a medal. I'm looking for the one who actually got the Confederate. We look at him, he had 7 and 0, so no, it wouldn't have helped her actually, because if she just wounded the guy and not actually hit him, she needed at least 1 more shot on the enemy to actually give her the Confederate. So if she had splashed the Leopard, she did fire at him at least once. If she'd splashed the Leopard, that would have given her 7 and 1, so she needed at least another splash somewhere that would have earned her the medal. So sad than that, but at least she tried. 1,281 hit points, a stun assist off 5 stuns. Yes, her teammates were really cooperating here, because after she hit the Viz 55, she picked up a massive amount of stun assist off that shot alone, and that really boosted her score, even though she only got 1,417, which is more than Talon got. But of course, this is tier 9, and he was tier 7, so he was getting extra XP, obviously, for the fact that he was firing at a higher tier opponents. And of course, Angelina, well, she was hitting same tier opponents, and they were getting much more damage overall. Angelina did get a reward on the completion of mission. She took away 67,557 credits profit, but 50,000 of that was the completion of the mission. So she actually made a 17,000 if you think about it, if you take out the mission completion, and 2,244 XP. So the competition carries on to another week, or another another week and another few days, Angelina's going to have to send in another replay, a better one than this one. I know she can do it. She's actually sent in ace tankers before galore. And of course, she gets some Super Unicum games as well. But it's very difficult to get a Super Unicum performance when sometimes your teammates are just so good that they clear up the battlefield before you can get in enough shots out to get the damage. I hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.